Oh, hey, I hope this finds you oh so very well. I was talking with myself the other day, as I do quite a lot, and I thought I was making some pretty good points. And it occurred to me that they might be of some value to you. Take them or leave them. And the topic between myself at the time was about the holiday season. And as I am wont to do, it's a bit of a tradition for me at this point, specifically about how to keep the happy in the holidays, as I like to put it. And the nature of this conversation for me is because, over the next 4 to 6 weeks, at least here in the States, we go through a stretch of time that I find kind of disruptive and depleting. However well intended, it's this stretch of sort of mandated joy and obligatory happiness. Again, however well intended, and I find that on the other side of that, very often, I and people I know are left really depleted and drained from the whole experience and in need of a kind of a reset. So every year I kind of endeavor to find ways to minimize that and make it a little bit better, a little bit more happy in the holidays. So that's my tips here. They're going to be related to that. Let's dig right in. Again, throw it away if it's no use to you, but maybe it will be. You do you, let them do them. You do you. Outside of this stretch of time, the rest of the year, if you're honest with yourself, you know those days, those times when you have felt best in your own skin, in your own mind. And that's not mysterious, it's not magical. There were mechanisms involved in that. And if you take an honest inventory of some of those times when you have felt at your best, well, look at it. What were those mechanisms? What were you drinking? What were you eating? What were you doing? What were you listening to? What were you watching? Were you exercising? Were you meditating? How much time were you taking for yourself? How much time were you taking with others? You get the idea. There were things, there were factors that led to that experience of the kind of you that you'd most like to be. And this time of year, what seems to happen is we get broken out of routine in these, again, joyful obligations, is we forget our own power. We forget our own ability to take care of ourselves. You don't need to do that. So you do you. Take inventory. Look at the things that you know work for you. You might have to modify them some when you're traveling or when you're busy. But maybe you can't get the gym, you can still go for a walk. Maybe you can't get a full meditation in, but you can still lock that door to the bathroom while you're taking a shower and take an extra 5 minutes and sit there and do a little meditating. You can put your earbuds in. You can bring your coffee with you when you travel. There's all kind of different things you can do to modify, but still get some of the things that feed you best. You do you. Let them do them. I'm pretty convinced at this point that one of the things we all want most from our loved ones and friends is to feel seen for who we are and accepted for who we are. But the truth is, I have no real ability to cause you to see or accept me for who I am. Nope, that's not in my power. I do have the power to make sure that I'm practicing that in my own world. I do have the power to make sure that I am seeing and accepting my friends and loved ones for who they are. So lean into this cliche that I've used many times before. I did not originate. And that is, don't go to the hardware store for milk. Don't go to the hardware store for milk, metaphorically speaking. They don't sell it. Don't go there. If you go to the hardware store for milk and you're disappointed, that's on you. If you go to the hardware store for milk and you get angry at them, that's on you. If you go to your aunt, your uncle, your brother, your sister, your friend, who you know doesn't talk like you, doesn't think like you, and you get angry at them for not talking like you or thinking like you, or for not receiving a share that you do with them in the way you want them to receive it, well, that's on you too. There are things from the hardware store, no doubt, that you appreciate, maybe even need, maybe even love. So when you are with a hardware store in your life, show up to who they are. Be curious about who they are. Accept and embrace who they are. If they want to know more about you, the yoga store you, share some of that yoga store. But remember, you're talking to a hardware store, and get that milk where you need the milk. In other words, take care of your needs, but accept them where they are, and don't frustrate and disappoint and agonize yourself or antagonize your own self by getting angry at them for being exactly who they're telling you they are. So you do you, let them do them. If you do those two things, Take care of you in the little ways you know you can. Accept them for who they are. I promise you, you will have a little bit more happy in the holidays. It will be a little bit less of a recovery thereafter. And you will feel a little bit more like the authentic, aligned version of you want to be as you're going through the whole process. What better gift to give ourselves and each other? I am hoping that you and yours have the most wonderful, warm, peaceful gratitude week and the holiday season thereafter. And please keep on keeping on. We are still in this thing. Mask up, wash up, get your vax, get your booster. We're not quite there yet, but we do have the power to get as many of us safely to the finish line as possible through our choices now. So please make the right choices. Thank you so much for the gift that is you. Be good to you. Happy Gratitude Week. More soon. Bye now.